Something is terribly wrong in Seabrook. The colors are darker, the skies are cracked, and Addison's eyes don't just glow anymore. They burn. The new trailer for Zombies 5 isn't just hinting at another musical showdown, it's a warning. Everything we thought we knew about Addison and Zed and the supernatural world of Seabrook is about to change, forever. This is not just a high school love story anymore. This is a war between worlds. Asterisk. The trailer opens with a distant view of Seabrook, but this time, it doesn't look peaceful. There's a strange energy surrounding the town. The skies flicker with streaks of purple lightning, and the once lively streets are empty. We hear Addison's voice say, "I thought I could control it, but it's growing." Her tone is serious, almost afraid, and that immediately sets the tone. Something has awakened, and Addison is right in the middle of it. Next, we see Zed, older, more serious, and clearly no longer just a cheerful school leader. He's running through the woods, dodging flashes of light and looking over his shoulder as if he's being hunted. He carries what looks like a high-tech weapon, something we've never seen in this universe before. For the first time, Zed isn't just protecting his school, he's protecting the world. Then comes a flash of images. The werewolves, still loyal but clearly concerned. The aliens standing in formation with unreadable expressions. And behind them, something new, a massive, floating structure that seems to hover over Seabrook. This is where the mystery deepens. Is this a spaceship, a portal, or a prison? It's never fully shown, but its size alone makes it clear. This is where the final battle will happen. We then cut to a brief moment in the high school gym, where Addison stands surrounded by her friends. But they aren't cheering. Instead, they're watching her with confusion and fear as her body pulses with bright blue energy. Her voice trembles as she whispers, "I didn't ask for this." It's clear that Addison's powers are changing, and not in a small way. She's losing control. One of the most shocking moments in the trailer comes next, a shot of Addison's childhood home. She opens a secret door hidden behind a bookshelf, revealing what looks like an alien lab, filled with glowing symbols and strange tech. We see images of her as a baby inside what looks like a containment chamber. This confirms something fans have long suspected. Addison's parents were hiding the truth from the beginning. She wasn't just different. She was created or chosen for something much bigger. As the music builds, we hear a mysterious voice say, "She is the key. The gate cannot open without her." This voice doesn't sound like anyone we've met before. It's deep, cold, and completely emotionless. Some fans believe this might be the voice of the new villain, a figure seen only once in the trailer, cloaked in black with glowing red eyes. This character stands across from Addison, raising a hand, and she instantly collapses in pain. He's powerful. Maybe more powerful than all of Seabrook's creatures combined. The trailer then cuts rapidly through action. Scenes: Zed and Bonzo driving a futuristic vehicle through collapsing tunnels. Bree leading a cheer squad into battle with glowing pom-poms. Willa howling at the sky while surrounded by broken stone statues and aliens blasting lasers toward the clouds. The town is falling apart, and no one seems ready for what's coming, but the most powerful moment comes near the end. A quiet scene where Addison and Zed stand on a rooftop. Addison, glowing blue and trembling, looks at him and says, "If I open the gate, I might never come back." Zed reaches out, holding her hand, and replies, "Then we'll close it together." That's when the trailer cuts to black, leaving viewers with more questions than answers. This first look at Zombies 5 doesn't just give us action and new powers, it gives us heart. It shows us that Addison isn't just a cheerleader anymore, she's the bridge between worlds. The trailer teases a story that's deeper, darker, and more emotional than ever before. With new locations, advanced technology, a terrifying villain, and a secret that could destroy everything, Zombies 5 is gearing up to be the biggest chapter. In the franchise, Addison's powers are no longer a gift. They're a burden. And if she can't learn to control them in time, Seabrook might not survive what's coming next. Addison's powers have always been a mystery. From the moment she appeared in Zombies 1 with that bright white hair and glowing blue energy, fans have asked, who is she, really? And now, in Zombies 5, that question finally gets a terrifying answer. And it's so much bigger than anyone imagined. In the new trailer, a single line changes everything. A figure cloaked in alien armor says, "She is not from here. She was never meant to be." And just like that, we understand. Addison's powers aren't just unusual, they're not even earthly. The truth is, Addison's connection to the aliens runs deeper than what was shown in Zombies 3. She isn't just descended from them. She may be one of them in ways that even she doesn't fully understand. There's a short but shocking flashback. In the trailer, a baby glowing faintly blue being placed into a small cryopod by what looks like an alien scientist. A voiceover whispers, "We hid her here for her protection." That changes the game? Addison wasn't just born with powers. She was hidden, possibly placed in Seabrook to keep her away from something or someone much more dangerous, but the trailer doesn't stop there. There's another scene, this time in what looks like an ancient alien chamber deep beneath Seabrook. Symbols light up as Addison walks across the room. Her very presence is activating something ancient. The walls pulse with light. A doorway opens, and her eyes, now glowing with a deeper, almost purple-blue hue, widen in fear. She wasn't supposed to be here. Or maybe she was always meant to return. What's most shocking is the hint that her parents may have known all along. In one emotional scene, Addison confronts her mom. "Why didn't you tell me?" she cries. Her mom looks away, ashamed. That one moment speaks volumes. Could it be that Addison's adoptive parents knew her origin? Did they raise her knowing she was never fully human? If so, what were they protecting her from? The trailer then shifts, focus to the alien race themselves. But this time, they don't seem friendly. A large alien leader, dressed in glowing armor, tells his followers, "The heir has awakened. The gate must open." Fans are already speculating that Addison isn't just powerful. She might be royalty, a lost princess, a chosen weapon, a key to something that should never be unlocked. Her powers, now growing out of control, could be tied to an ancient alien prophecy, one that sees her as either a savior or a destroyer. One scene in particular stands out. Addison is seen floating mid-air, surrounded by a glowing ring of alien energy. Her body shakes. The others try to reach her, but they can't get close. She screams, "I can't hold it back." And then the screen cuts to white. This might be a vision of the moment she unlocks her full potential or loses control of it entirely. It's clear that the power inside her is no longer something she can ignore. Another detail that fans have noticed is her changing appearance. In earlier films, her powers were shown through her hair and occasional glows. But in Zombies 5, Addison is visibly transforming. Her eyes pulse with light. Her skin takes on a faint shimmer. Even her voice changes slightly in one scene, layered with an echo that doesn't sound fully human. This could mean that her transformation is becoming permanent, that the alien side of her is taking over. The emotional weight of all this is clear. Addison has always tried to fit in with the cheerleaders, the zombies, the werewolves. She fought to make Seabrook a place of unity. But now she's realizing she may never belong here, because she was never truly part of it. The loneliness in her eyes as she looks around the town she once called home says everything. Her journey is no longer about acceptance. It's about identity and survival, and perhaps the most chilling part. The trailer ends with Addison standing in front of a massive alien gate, her hand glowing with power, and a choice before her. Behind her are Zed, her friends, and everything she's ever known. In front of her, the unknown, her destiny, and possibly her people. The voice returns one last time. "Choose your world, Addison." This isn't just about finding out where she comes from. It's about deciding who she wants to be. The powers that have been growing inside her are no longer a secret, and now they might be the only thing standing between peace and destruction. Asterisk, not all monsters wear claws and fangs. Sometimes the real danger hides in silence, in shadows, and behind secrets that were never meant to be uncovered. In Zombies 5, the biggest surprise isn't just Addison's powers. It's the arrival of a brand new villain that could tear Seabrook apart from the inside out. For years, the tension in Seabrook has come from the known groups: zombies, werewolves, humans, and most recently, aliens. But this time, the threat is something else entirely. It's older, smarter, and completely unknown. The trailer gives us only glimpses, but every glimpse is disturbing. A dark figure stands at the edge of the forest. Its eyes glow a deep crimson, brighter than any alien light we've seen before. It doesn't speak at first. It only watches. When it finally moves, the world around it reacts, trees twist, the wind changes, lights flicker. This isn't just an enemy from space, it's something tied to Addison's powers directly. In one scene, the figure steps through a swirling energy portal, touching the ground of Seabrook for the first time. The earth cracks beneath its feet. This suggests that the villain isn't just physically strong, it's bending the very laws of nature, something ancient. Possibly even alien royalty gone rogue? The scariest part? It seems to know Addison. In a quiet, chilling moment in the trailer, we hear its voice, low, calm, and cold. It says, "You were never meant to be one of them." The camera cuts to Addison, looking shaken and terrified. This means the villain doesn't just know her. It has a personal connection. Some fans are now theorizing that this could be a member of her original alien lineage, a brother, a former protector, or worse, the very being she was hidden from as a child. In a flashback-style sequence, we see strange flash images, a planet on fire, a lab exploding, and someone carrying a glowing child away from danger. These images appear as the villain speaks again. "You were born to rule, not to hide." These words make it clear. This character isn't here to destroy Seabrook for fun. It believes Addison belongs with him, and that she was stolen from her destiny. And now, he's come to reclaim her. Another shocking shot shows the villain facing off against Zed, while Zed tries to protect Addison. The villain simply lifts a hand and sends him flying through a wall without even touching him. That moment is important. Zed, who has always been brave and unshaken, looks scared. This is someone they can't beat with teamwork or spirit. This is something far more powerful than anything Seabrook has ever faced. What makes the villain even more dangerous is his ability to manipulate. In one scene, we see him standing in the town square, speaking to a crowd. He's convincing some of the people, both humans and creatures, that Addison's powers are a threat. "She is the reason your peace is broken," he says. And slowly you can see the fear spread. People who once cheered for Addison are now questioning her. This is psychological warfare, turning Seabrook against its own hero. The villain's design is also worth noting. He's not a werewolf, not a zombie, and not quite like the aliens we've seen. He wears armor made of dark glass and pulsating energy veins. His eyes seem almost mechanical. His voice is soft, but his power is loud. This leads to the theory that he may be a hybrid, part alien, part machine, created by ancient alien tech gone wrong. Possibly even the result of a failed experiment or a lost warrior from Addison's original planet. Even more chilling, there's a scene where he almost reaches Addison. She's cornered, scared, and trembling. He touches her forehead, and suddenly, her powers react violently, not against him, but with him. The lights sync. The energy flows between them. For a brief moment, Addison looks changed, as if something inside her agrees with him. That terrifying possibility that Addison might be connected to the villain more than she knows raises the stakes to a whole new level. Is this enemy a part of her? A future version of what she could become? Or the dark result of the alien powers inside her if they're not controlled? These questions haunt every second of the trailer. The threat isn't just external, it's internal too. The villain might not just want to destroy Seabrook. He might want to turn Addison into something else entirely. The line that ends his trailer. "Appearance is the most unforgettable. You've lived in their world long enough. Now come with me and become what you were always meant to be." That line echoes long after the scene ends. Because now, it's not just a fight to save Seabrook. It's a battle for Addison's soul. The trailer builds and builds until it breaks. And what comes after is nothing short of chaos. Zombies 5 doesn't just hint at a final battle. It drops us right into the middle of a war that Seabrook was never prepared for. Everything that's been building since the very first movie, the friendships, the love, the fight for unity, now hangs by a thread. And Addison? She's no longer just part of the team. She's the center of it. The most intense moment in the trailer begins with silence. A dark, quiet sky over Seabrook. The stars have disappeared. In their place, a swirling storm of cosmic energy opens up, a portal glowing blue and purple, alive with alien symbols. From it, a shadow steps forward. The villain, no longer hiding, leads an army of strange, glowing figures, not zombies, not werewolves, not aliens, something entirely new. Creatures born of energy, shaped by power, and controlled by one mind, his inside Seabrook High, Zed, Eliza, Bree, Wyatt, Willa, and even the aliens all gather in what seems like a final planning moment. But no one's joking. No one's dancing. Everyone knows this is it. Zed says, "This isn't about winning anymore, it's about protecting each other." That line carries weight. It's not just another mission. They're preparing to lose. Meanwhile, Addison is alone, standing inside what looks like an ancient alien chamber deep beneath the city. Her hair is floating, her hands are glowing, and her eyes are fixed on a crystal structure pulsing with light. We hear a voice, maybe hers, maybe someone else's, say, "To seal the gate, one must return." And that's when it hits. The only way to save Seabrook might be for Addison to leave it forever, back on the surface. The first explosions hit, the villain's army marches forward, and Seabrook's citizens scatter. The cheer squad fights with glowing shields, the werewolves use their strength to defend the borders, and the zombies form a line to protect the school. It's the most epic battle we've ever seen in the series, not just for survival, but for identity, truth, and love. In the middle of it all, Addison returns, floating down from the sky, wrapped in a glowing suit of alien energy, her voice amplified and calm. She says, "I didn't ask for this power, but I won't let it destroy my home." In that moment, everything changes. Her friends rally around her. Even those who doubted her earlier step forward. The community, once divided, stands as one, but the villain doesn't flinch. He raises his hand and the earth cracks open. Beams of light shoot into the sky, and we see a massive gate beginning to open above Seabrook, the same gate from Addison's visions. The villain declares, "Once the gate is open, this world becomes ours." The final showdown has begun, Addison and the villain face off, a battle not of fists, but of power and belief. Light clashes against darkness, her energy against his command. As they fight, we see flashes of memories, Addison as a child, her time at Seabrook, her moments with Zed, her friends, her past, and then a choice. In a slow-motion sequence, Addison looks at Zed. He's wounded, lying beneath rubble, reaching out to her. Behind her, the gate pulses brighter. The voice in her head says, "Your destiny lies beyond." But Zed's voice says, "You already found your destiny here." Addison closes her eyes and makes a decision. She turns her back on the portal, gathering every ounce of her energy. She places her hands against the gate and screams. A shockwave explodes across the sky, blasting the villain and his army back into the void. The portal collapses, shrinking into a single spark, and then disappears. Seabrook falls silent. Addison collapses. Zed crawls to her side. Her glow fades. Her hair turns white again, soft and calm. She opens her eyes and smiles. "I chose this world." The final shot of the trailer fades to black with a single line on screen. Zombies 5, the final chapter begins 2026. This isn't just the end of a story. It's the end of an era. The final chapter of Zombies promises high stakes, emotional decisions, and answers to the questions fans have waited years for. Will Addison stay in Seabrook? Will she survive the final battle? And is peace even possible when the truth has been buried for so long? One thing is certain, Zombies 5 won't hold anything back.